ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಕೇಲಿ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸಪ್ತ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಪಾದಾವೃಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಈ ದಿನದ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಕಾರ್ಯಾಗಾರವನ್ನು ಆರಂಭಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. I request all the delegates for better audio experience. Please use headphone and mute yourself on your entry. Thank you. A very good afternoon and cordial welcome to one and all present here virtually. I'm Dr. Pratibha K.S., NSS Program Officer and Head Department of Biotechnology. It's my privilege to host today's workshop on life skills. Today, KLE Society's S. Nijlingappa College National Service Scheme Unit organized IQAC initiated virtual workshop on life skills in association with Yuva Spandana, Kedra, Youth Empowerment and Sports Department, Government of Karnataka and Department of Epidemiology, NIMHANS, Bengaluru. Today, we have organized this workshop as a part of institution's social responsibility. Today in this workshop, we have with us Srimati Janaki Mahesh, Yuva Spandana, Yuva Parivartaki from Yuva Spandana Kendra, Bengaluru, Dr. Suma Rache and Dr. Anand Dikshit, Training Coordinator for Life Skills, Training and Counseling Services Project from NIMHANS, Bengaluru. Respected today's speaker, Principal, IQAC Coordinator, heads of various departments, esteemed colleagues, delegates, students and NSS volunteers. Before proceeding towards today's workshop, I feel it's my privilege and honor to introduce briefly about our institute, KLE Society and S. Nijlingappa College to the speakers. KLE Society is one of the prestigious and largest educational society, not only in India, but also at global level under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Chairman, Dr. Prabhakar B. Koreji, sir. The society proudly manages with elevated number of institutions up to 217 various fields of education, including research in India and abroad with a quality concept. Ladies and gentlemen, KLE Society's S. Nijlingappa College, affiliated to Bengaluru City University, re-accredited by NAC at A+ grade, college with UGC Stride Component 1. College is offering science, arts, commerce and various management courses. Yes, Nijlingappa College has been forefront in organizing many online programs for the benefit of students and faculty fraternity. KLE Society's S. Nijlingappa College Management welcomes all the delegates for this workshop on life skills. The main sole aim of this today's workshop is to bring positive change in the lives of youth by empowering them with the set of essential life skills and to provide easy and simple steps for facilitation through activities of different domains of life skills. Without any further delay, let us begin the program by invoking the blessings of the Lord Almighty. I call upon Ms. Shuchika D. Belageri, NSS volunteer of S. Nijlingappa College to offer an invocation song. Over to Shuchika.
Thank you, ma'am. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh, Jai Ganesh Deva, Mata Jaki Parvati Pita Mahadeva. एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, एक दंत दयावंत चार भुजाधारी, माते सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी, माते सिंदूर सोहे मूस की सवारी। जय गणेश जय गणेश देवा, माता जाकी पार्वती पिता महादेवा। पान चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा, पान चढ़े फूल चढ़े और चढ़े मेवा, लडुअन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा, लडुअन का भोग लगे संत करे सेवा। जय गणेश जय गणेश।
Thank you, Ms. Suchika. Thank you, Ms. Suchika, for the wonderful rendition. It's an honor to welcome today's trainer. I would like to welcome Srimati Janaki Mahesh, Yuva Parivartaki from Yuva Spandana Kendra, Bengaluru. On behalf of KLE Societies S. Nijlingappa College Management, we welcome you, Madam. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks, madam.
I would like to welcome today's trainer, Dr. Anand Dikshit and Dr. Uma Rache, Training Coordinator, Life Skills Training and Counseling Services Project from Nimans, Bengaluru. On behalf of KLE Society and S. Nijlingappa College, we welcome you, sir and madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
ma'am.
for joining us virtually. I would like to welcome Honorable Principal Dr. Arun Kumar B. Sonapur, sir, who is the driving force behind all our S. Nijlingappa College various programs. We welcome you to this workshop, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. I also welcome IQAC coordinator, heads of various departments, esteemed colleagues, delegates, NSS volunteers, and NSS program officer from various college and student fraternity to this workshop. I now present before you Srimati Janaki Ramesh, a proprietor SGMS Enterprises of Security and Housekeeping Services, and presently she is the president of Suvarna Ladies Club for Bengaluru. Since 7 years, Madam is working as Yuva Parivartaki at Yuva Spandana, Bengaluru, and she had trained several students and faculty. I now request Srimati Janaki Mahesh to share insights about Yuva Spandana. Over to Janaki, Madam.
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಜಾನಕಿ ಮಹೇಶ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ಯುವ ಸ್ಪಂದನ ಕೇಂದ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಯುವ ಪರಿವರ್ತಕಿಯಾಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಯುವ ಸ್ಪಂದನ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ 30 ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಕೇಂದ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. ಇದು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಿನ ಯುವ ಜನತೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ತೊಳಲಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಆದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕು ಏನ್ ಬೇಡ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ನೀಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಉದಾಹರಣೆಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಅವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸುರಕ್ಷತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಸಂವಹನೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಲಿಂಗ ಮತ್ತು ಲೈಂಗಿಕತೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಮಾರ್ಗದರ್ಶನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ಜೀವನ ಶೈಲಿಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಬಲೀಕರಣದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಭಾವನೆಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಇವು ಎಲ್ಲದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನು ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವ ಸ್ಪಂದನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ, ಇದು ಯುವ ಸಬಲೀಕರಣ ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಎಪಿಡಾಲಜಿ ವಿಭಾಗ ನಿಮಾನ್ಸ್ ಅವರಿಂದ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇರೋದು. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲದರ ವಿಷಯನೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವ ಸ್ಪಂದನದಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯಲ್ಲೂ 5 ಯುವ ಪರಿವರ್ತಕರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಬ್ಬರು ಯುವ ಸಮಾಲೋಚಕರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವರು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವ ಪರಿವರ್ತಕರು ಶಾಲೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ, ಸಂಘಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಮಾಡಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆಗಳ ಕಂಡು ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕಿಸಿ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈಗಿನ ಒಂದು ಸಿಚುಯೇಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ನಾವು ಆಫೀಸ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಾಂಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ನಾವು ಫೋನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲಿಂಗು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಕ್ರೀಡಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಯುವ ಸಬಲೀಕರಣ ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಇಲಾಖೆ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕಸ್ತೂರಿಬಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಒಂದು ಈಗಿನ ಯುವ ಜನತೆಯರಿಗೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಾರ್ದು, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾವು ಮನೇಲೇ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಒಬ್ಬಟ್ಟಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲವು ಸಾರಿ ಅವ್ರು ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ತೊಳಲಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂತ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಜನ ನಾವು ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಸಮೇತ ಬೆಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವ ಪರಿವರ್ತಕರು ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟಲ್ಗಳಿಗೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಡ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಹೋಮ್ ಕ್ವಾರಂಟೈನ್ ಆದವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಊಟ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ತರದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವ ಪರಿವರ್ತಕರು ನೋಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ದವಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಂಪರ್ಕಿಸಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸಿನ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರು 08022970038 ನಮ್ಮ ಆಫೀಸ್ಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಈಗಲೂ ಸಹ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಆಫೀಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಈ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಸಿಗದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ನನ್ನ ನಂಬರ್ಗೂ ಸಹ ನೀವು ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. 9900198285 ನಂಬರು. ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಮಾನಸಿಕವಾಗಿ ತೊಳಲಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದವಾಗ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು 10th ಆಗಿದೆ, PU ಆಗಿದೆ, ನಾನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸಹ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ಮುಗಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಬ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಏನ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಬ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಫೋನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು, ಯಾವ ಜಾಬ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಗಳು ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವ ಸ್ಪಂದನದಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ನಾನ್ ಮುಂದೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಫುಲ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ನ ತಿಳಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ.
Thank you, madam, for introducing about Yuva Spandana facilities. Now it's my privilege to introduce today's trainer, Dr. Suma. Dr. Suma, a dental surgeon and public health professional, currently working as training coordinator for Life Skills training project at Center for Public Health, Department of Epidemiology, NIMANS. She has 2 years of clinical experience in dentistry. Public health experience include collaborative research on brain infections with University of Liverpool at NIMANS Hospital, also mental health promotion in India, preventive dentistry, infectious disease, epidemiology, and public health system assessment during COVID-19. Dr. Suma is also a stage coordinator for Rapid Appraisal Project, which was undertaken by NIMANS Karnataka. With this brief introduction, I present before you Dr. Suma, a training coordinator, Life Skills. Over to Dr. Suma.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, one and all. I hope you all are safe, healthy, holding on to yourselves and your loved ones in these gloomy, doomy times with all smiles and cheers, no matter what. I also hope that you are all getting vaccinated without hesitations, or at least trying to get the vaccination schedule. Now, before getting into the session on the life skills, I would like to put forth 2 general instructions that are advisable for all of us to follow during this entire online workshop. Okay. The first instruction is mute yourself when we are talking, when the facilitators are taking session or when we are talking, unless we ask you to respond. Okay. When we ask you to respond, unmute, speak, and then again immediately mute yourself. But because of time limitations, everyone cannot get the chance to speak with pragmatism. So, in that case, don't let yourself down. Chat boxes are there. You can view your responses over chat boxes. Now, the second instruction, I hope you have received the suggestion from your organizations that you should be keeping pen, paper, pair of scissors, and if possible, a rubber band. You keep it beside you because we are going to facilitate the life skills through various activities and you might need them in the process. If you have not arranged it, you can arrange it now. Okay.
Dr. Suma, will you be able to share your slide?
Yeah. Good.
Now you are a presenter.
Okay. Is my PowerPoint visible to everyone?
Yes, madam, it's visible.
Okay. So getting into this workshop on life skills. So let me start with this reasoning as to why we need to have life skills in our lives. Okay. So we need life skills for overall health promotion. of all individuals need overall health promotion. Life skills, by acting as primary preventive measures for key causes of diseases, premature deaths, or disabilities, will help in the overall health promotion. They also bring about desired transformation in the individuals and society as well. Okay, life skills are particularly important for socialization, for considering the fact that man is a social animal. Okay, so life skills such as interpersonal relations, effective communication, and so on help an individual to socialize better and lead an effective life in society. Evidence suggests that life skills training is an efficacious tool for empowering youth to act responsibly. Okay, along with these reasons, most importantly and relevantly, currently we are all experiencing health emergency due to second wave of COVID-19 situation. Okay, even from past 1 year, we have been modifying ourselves for various changes occurring around us. Like we started wearing masks, limiting ourselves to homes, not going to theaters, movies, or restaurants freely like we used to do before. We started maintaining physical distancing, sanitizing very regularly. We started looking everything around us through suspicious eyes, and so on. We even started many new concepts in our regular activities. Like, for example, virtual socialization, where we are using the digitalization for our regular activities. The most relevantly, we are using Google Classrooms, virtual classes in Zoom, Google Meet, or we are even having online workshops like the one we are having right now. Though we adapted ourselves very well with these changes, there are few new changes that arose during these changes, okay, new challenges, I would say. So this again pushes to the fact that life skills are the go-to or reliable solution for everyone now than ever, right? So what are life skills? World Health Organization defines life skills as living skills or abilities for adaptive, positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with demands and challenges of everyday life. The WHO has also given a list of 10 essential core life skills as it is shown here: empathy, self-awareness, coping with emotions, coping with stress, interpersonal relationship, effective communication, creative thinking, critical thinking, problem solving, and decision making. Now, I have nicely read out what WHO has defined or told us about life skills. But let me ask you one thing. What do you feel about them? Do you think just because WHO has, given us something called as some terminology called as life skills, do you think is it some science or social studies that we have to learn, and then again, or maybe there are separate courses on life skills? Do you think like that? What are your views about life skills? You can share your views using by unmuting yourself or using chat box. Are there any responses, ma'am? Dr. Pratibha.
Not that they'll put at the end.
Okay. Okay then. Usually, if you take my scenario, even I was wondering what are life skills. Even I was thinking most of us will be thinking there are some entity which we need to learn, which is something new which we do not know and all. But as soon as I understood what are life skills, let me put forward this to you that they are not something external to us. Okay, we already have them within us. We just need to discover them. That is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to just facilitate to all of you to recognize these skills that are already present in you. Okay. So for this, throughout this workshop, I'll be giving many examples where we come across encountering different life skills. For example, The second wave of COVID-19 has scared us extremely and made all of us sit in our homes, worrying, tensed, sometimes shivering, worrying about or bothering about uncertainties, etc. Many of us were very worried about staying home for long duration, especially last year when suddenly, when everything, the change was happening very suddenly around us and lockdowns was there, which is a completely new concept to all of us. We got stressed as to how we can go to stay in homes for such long durations. Okay, we were worrying of uncertainties about our education, jobs, and so on. But eventually, we also beautifully started adapting to these changes by developing new habits such as gardening, cooking, singing, dancing, TikTok videos, so many things we have also come across, right? Yes. This is nothing but coping with stress. Coping with stress is also one of the life skills, the more about which you will be knowing in the further session. See, we have the skill, one life skill, which is already there within us. Only the situations or some conditions had facilitated us to recognize, right? There are other life skills also which we got to know because of this current situation. Like by spending more time in home, we strengthened our interpersonal relationships with all our relatives or family members. We started knowing and understanding each other's perspective, feelings towards us and our feelings towards others and all that. So we just have to be mindful about these skills every day and keep practicing. That is all which is required. It's not something rocket science or not something which is very external or something which you have to learn by heart and then vomit in some course or something like that. It is not at all like that. Okay. Let's start knowing the first life skill called self-awareness. It is known as Swa Arivu in Kannada. Okay.
Dr. Suma, bit louder, please. Bit louder.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
So let's start to know about the first life skill, self-awareness. Am I audible?
Yes, you're on.
Okay. I request all of you to be proactive, respond, because life skills facilitation is something which happens only through mutual interactions. It is not just a classroom lecture. So I request all the participants to be actively involving in the session. Okay. So to know about self-awareness, I would again like to have your responses on one simple question. Okay, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to pose one simple question and I'll
Yes,
be
ma'am.
expecting answer. Yeah. So my question is here. Who are you? I need answer. You can unmute yourself or provide the response in the box, chat box. Anyone is ready to volunteer to answer this question?
I
In chat.
am
Yeah. Yeah, please.
Okay, it's a soul trapped in a body. Okay,
me.
you are you. Can you try to elaborate?
Ma'am, when a
Okay.
person is asking who are you,
Okay.
the answer might be I am me.
Can you bit elaborate about it? If you are you, that means how can I understand? Okay, let's take the answer as you are you. Okay. Someone else has told that I am a human being. Okay. Any further responses?
Yes, in chat box, some students mention I'm an Indian. I'm human being. Human being. Identify soul trapped in a body.
Yeah. Cool. Fine. So most of us agree with these type of questions. Even if you ask me who I am, I start telling that I am Dr. Suma, I am a dentist, I am so and so, as you have already heard my introduction. Okay, but is it really what we are? Is it just what we are, how we are related to others, or how what work we do? Is it something just that entity that describes what or who we are? We can think about it. I think we are, or I am someone when my thoughts, my beliefs, motives, my feelings, my aspirations, my emotions, all are involved. That makes me what I am. Okay. When you include all this, me, myself, is actually an ocean, but I'm not able to answer you like most of us. When you ask me a question, or when I asked you a question, who you are, though I am an ocean, but I'm not able to answer, or my answer is just a droplet. Why is it happening like that? Mostly because we have less self-awareness about ourselves. Okay. Self-awareness is nothing but having a clear perception of who we are, our thoughts, beliefs, motivations, and emotions, right? To know more about myself, now I'm putting forward few activities which would actually help us or enhance to know more about ourselves. Okay. Now I would like carry on one activity for which you need to take paper and pen, right? Okay. So as displayed on the screen, try to draw this table in your paper and follow my instructions. I keep instructing you and keep doing that work in your paper. Fine. At the end of the activity, I'll be asking for your responses. Fine. Yeah. Once you draw this paper, this table on the paper, put yourself as a real self and ideal self. I will explain you what is real self. Real self means what I am currently. For example, I will give an example. Okay. In the first line, I can write as I am a good singer. That is real self. Okay. I feel myself, or people have told me that I am a good singer. Whereas in ideal self, what I want to be is what you have to write. Here, in this case, in this example, I want to be a singer in film industry is my ideal self. Right? Like that, you can also apply to your own life and start filling this life. I'll give you 2 minutes. Also with this, in the second line, you can just write or list out what are all the qualities you are having currently in you to realize your ideal self. Again, I will tell you one more example. To realize or to become an ideal self, to become a film singer, the qualities which I have currently is that I am trained in classical music, folk music, light music, etc. I keep singing all the time, and I even went as a contestant in a singing show. Okay, these are my qualities. Like that, you can write your own qualities in the second line. All right. Now let's go further. After filling the table, try to see or understand if there are any gaps between your real self and ideal self. You just try to compare what you wrote under real self with the ideal self. Okay. start comparing. And now see how many qualities of your real self are close or overlapping with the ideal self. Okay, when you start comparing like that, actually it should result two pictures like this, right? Figure A and figure B. Like this. Let's apply this to your case and see which figure are you getting. Figure A describes that there is little overlap between real self and ideal self because there is lots of gaps between your qualities that you have currently possessing to achieve your ideal self. That is why there is little overlap between your real self and ideal self. When there is this much gap between what you are currently and what you want to achieve, then this is a state called incongruence according to Carl Rogers. Fine. When you are living in such situation, it can lead to maladjustment. That is, it can lead to mental distress or anxiety or anger issues, dissatisfaction, depression, or many other unhealthy feelings for yourselves when there is a large gap between real self or ideal self, right? On the other hand, some of you might have got even figure B, where the qualities in your real self, that is the current what you are maximum matching with what you want to become in future, like this, right? This is called state of congruence. It actually means that you are going to be, or currently you are in a healthy condition. You are going to be your ideal self if you continue to work on your qualities the same way you are doing right now. Okay, now once you identify your, here what is happening is basically in this activity, you are identifying your capabilities and your aims. Your ideal self is showing you what are your aims or interests, okay? And what all you listed out in real self is actually making you understand your capabilities, right? So this is the activity which is making you more self-aware about your interests, your capabilities, thoughts, behaviors as well. So this is one activity you can actually try upon when you want to know more about yourself. For example, when you want to apply this in our situation, you can apply this on planning how to perform your examination, right? In your real self, you can write the present score of you or the previous semester score. For example, let's say 75%. Okay, and in your ideal self, you want to score, or you would want to aim scoring 90%. Let's think so. So what you have to do here is what you enlist under the table, and then you start working on it to realize yourself getting into 90%. Right? This is how you can use this activity for scoring more marks. Okay, now.
Dr. Suma, I got a message in chat box. Bit louder, please.
Okay, fine. Okay, I'll try to be louder. Now, let's get, now we understood how to know our capabilities and interests, behaviors and thoughts, right? Is it enough to know ourselves? Are these 4 qualities enough to know ourselves? I don't think so, because we have to know much more about ourselves. And the best way to know more about ourselves is through others' perspectives and our own thoughts about what we feel, right? So how do we recognize more of ourselves? Okay, the best way is Johari window. It is a technique that helps people better understand their relationship with themselves and others. Okay, it was created by psychologists named Joseph Luft and Harrington Ingham in 1955. Right? It appears like this. Okay, on columns, it is others, and towards the row, it is myself. So there are 4 windows here: open self window, hidden self window, blind self window, and unknown self window. Okay. One important thing we should keep in mind while using Zohari window for knowing ourselves is that it definitely varies from person to person. For example, if you draw this window for yourself with considering this others part is there, no? If you consider those others as your parents or closed ones, okay, then it appears definitely different. Okay, there in that situation, your open self window will be larger than all the remaining windows. And it is vice versa when you draw this Zohari window, considering by facing fears or facing risks of dangers, right? Window is unknown, which is an undiscovered part, will not be knowing some particular things about us. So it is called undiscovered part. These qualities could be discovered by trying new things, could be identified by mutual discussions with your friends, colleagues, or sometimes even new about yourself. When you do all these things, you can also open up this window, right? So Zohari window as shown also enhances communication skills and strengthens interpersonal relationships as well. We can decide or get to know what others are honestly opining about you. Okay. When we want to reduce the hidden self window as discussed before, we start critically thinking as with whom should we bond emotionally, and even if we decide that, okay, decision making skill, even if we decide that, okay, we have to bond, to what extent, okay, by doing so, this, by developing the self-awareness, we also get quick solutions for stress management and end up with good problem solving skills. This is how self-awareness skills, right? Now, going to the next life skill, which is my favorite. It actually means understanding feeling. Okay. It is not just knowing that they are feeling like that. It is actually understanding and being in their